But I got some mics. So I need to learn how to hook those up to my phone. And I don't know why I got two. Well, it came with two. But I got some new stuff I wanted to show y'all. Oh, hi. This is Sella, Single in the City, Confessions of a Coiffure. I'm Sella, your host, short for Marcella. And yeah, I wanted to show y'all my new items. And I realized after looking at the other videos that I need to learn how to use the mic. I need better sound quality. And to look into the camera, the little hole, and not at myself. Because I want y'all to know that I'm talking to y'all and not to myself. Even though I'm confessing and spilling my tea. But yeah, my bath water is running. I just want to show that to y'all, and I wanted to share with y'all how coming out of your comfort zone, doing one thing daily to come out of your comfort zone is what I challenge myself to grow, constantly be growing and evolving, and always shitting on my old self. Yeah, because it's always me versus me when I wake up. But I did want to share with y'all real quick a poem that I found. So I'm back journaling, and I used to be an avid journaler, and I in the process of the last year of the divorce, I burned all of them because it was like, I want to say like 12. I'm trying to find the picture that I took of burning it so y'all can see. Let's see. Pictures. I burned them as a part of my therapy because it was very cathartic for me, and because when I went back to read most of them, well, I went back and read little snippets out of all of them, and most, if not all of them, 10 to 13 of them I was writing poetry or my thoughts or what happened that day, and it was all the sad, mad, crazy, hurtful, triggering stuff. And when I read, every time I picked one up, each time I picked one up, it made me so sad for my old self and what I endured. And at the time that because I was packing up that last year of the divorce, we were separating things, and I was packing my boxes to leave. I'm going through old stuff. And now I know I saved it. I'm going to have to find it, and then I'll come back to it. But there is a poem that I wanted to share. I said all that to say, child, I burnt them things. I burnt those journals, ain't it? Because she is a phoenix rising. This is Sella, Single in the City, Confessions of a Coiffure, sure. But it's about always forward movement, growing and evolving on oneself daily. And I was going through my phone because I also do that in my digital things as well. Contacts, pictures in my socials, stuff that I feel like doesn't align with me anymore, or just doesn't sit well with me. I go through, or I haven't talked to or dealt with in 6 months or more, delete. It don't serve my highest good, or it doesn't serve me, so it's my habit. And anyway, I was going through my phone reading some old, and I have a habit of, because of my creativeness, I get random creative ideas, and so I'll just talk to my phone, and like I'll hear myself saying it out loud and be like, oh, that's a good idea. And I'll just write it down, and then I go back and I'm like, oh wow, I wrote that. And that's what happened. Look, I keep looking at myself, but trying to do better looking at the camera. I thought I got rid of all the doggone hurtful stuff. But wait, this is not it either. I know I found it on this phone the other day. It is. Now I look crazy. Is it this one? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Found it. I wrote a poem about the hurt I was feeling at the time, and it was towards the end of the marriage. It wasn't the divorce year. I said in a prior movie that when you're on your way on the road to divorce, whoever files first, they already checked out before before the marriage was actually over. But even though I know I didn't write this on March 29th, this is 2023. I just let's see. That was the last time I edited to this particular where the poem is on. But that's proof. That's my receipt to what I say. That's the receipt showing proof of what I say, that when I say that you mentally check out before the marriage is actually over. But I wanted to share with you guys real quick before I get in the tub. So I didn't have a title. I just started writing. That's what I do when I'm in my creative mode. That's why I have all kinds of different notes. So it says, baby, you lucky. If I told you, would you believe it? If I brought you evidence, could you see it? Baby, you lucky. If I told you, would you believe it? If I brought you evidence, could you see it? Though it was written in the stars, foolish girl had them in her eyes. Now she's Wonder Woman left with scars. Everywhere she goes, got buku brothers wanna be where you are. Stolen time and missed opportunities. Meanwhile, she's outside just doing she, living in her truth even when it hurts. But you won't even take time to make sure your queen knows that she's still first. A home filled with no shared joy, no fun, no flirting, no fellowshipping. Tell me, king, what could be worse? Tell me, king, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world and still lose his soul? Inquiring minds would like to know. How well do you sleep? Is your spirit not convicted? Is your conscience comatose? Do you not see and feel the stains on your heart and how they continue to grow? A man left alone while surrounded by many. A man on his own with all the time in the world, still he doesn't spend any. A man with a house, but it's not a home. They say every king is the ruler of his castle. And then I left it there. I never finished it because it was just the ramblings of a creative published poet. I have a poem published in a book of poems somewhere floating out there. I don't often articulate. I do my best not to say a lot, but I don't often articulate fluently, effortlessly, or eloquently, orally. I have to pause and think about the words and put it together. My thoughts come better. They come together better in written form. So that's why even I go back and read sometimes like that. Yeah. So, yeah. Just wanted to show you my new toy. So next video I come back, hopefully I will have figured it out. It seems pretty simple. Matter of hooking it up to my phone and tapping a couple of taps on the pull down screen or whatever. Yeah. And thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Thanks for viewing. How do they say? Make sure you click like, subscribe, and comment. I'm learning this. I'm having fun as I go. I'm still a little nervous. That's probably why I say and stutter so much. Feel like the more I create and the more I learn as I go and get used to this, probably will sound as influency and content creatory like the rest of you guys. Spirit fingers. Anyway, deuces. TTYL.